What's up, everybody? Welcome to this latest episode of FM's Funko Features. We're going to jump right into it with the featured collection, which comes here from the Vasquez family. And I think it's very cool that once again we have a family represented here within this series. And you see here that they even have a plaque on the wall with their family name, which I think is very cool, you know, to have that amongst all their cool collectibles here. And we get this very cute look at the baby of the family as well, which I think is very sweet that that picture was sent in. So as I move through, you know, sharing their collection, of course, I am going to share the email that was sent as well. My family and I have been enjoying your YouTube channel for the past 6 months or so as we officially launched into collecting around that time, and we're wondering how to find out about the latest released Funko products. We prefer watching your videos as a family, and I can be sure to expect feedback from my lovely wife, Lily, if I start watching a video without her or one of our boys in the room. Now, I just thought about it. I read the email previously, it was a while ago, but I did read the email when it was first sent, and it just clicked to me that you said that you've been collecting for 6 months. So yeah, you're off to a strong start here. You all will see that as I move through the pictures. They're off to a very strong start here. And I like this particular shelf space that they have here because you see that they have the video game pops going on here. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if these are, you know, the boys of the family, their pops, but the Fortnite pops here are pretty awesome. I know some people love to hate on Fortnite because it's popular to hate on what's popular. We know how that goes, but regardless of what anybody says, I think they look very colorful, very nicely designed. I know some people have been picking up the Fortnite pops and they're not even a fan of the game, you know, because they just look great together when it comes down to it. Moving along here with the email. I've been a middle school teacher in NYC for almost 20 years now, and I started collecting Funko Pops with what seemed like a random purchase here and there, being incredibly selective at first. I think my first purchase was Sloth from the Goonies. I think I initially set a goal of having no more than 10, but that failed as soon as I started seeing the value of collecting based on my nostalgia and showcasing parts of my childhood that I wanted to celebrate and pass along to my sons. And that's definitely a beautiful thing, you know, that the family really shares this, and you know that he is passing this along. That is very cool. And within this collection here, you know, this image here, you can see the Sloth from the Goonies pop that he mentioned as being the first that he picked up there. He has it out of box. And I think somebody mentioned recently in the comments that they want to see pops from the Goonies. And I keep telling people, if there's something that you want to see Funko do, Google first, you know, do a Google search and see if it already exists. Because Funko has done a lot more than some people realize. Even sometimes I'm still surprised. But yeah, there's a lot out there. And of course, I think Funko will do some updates on certain characters. I think they will continue to do that as well. But again, this very colorful once again. I like the mix of in-box and out-of-box pops. More and more so, that's how my collection is becoming. I'm starting to put more pops out of box and having that really good mix going on. I think it just displays very well. Our shared collection has ballooned to over 200 items, which range from pops of various sizes to Droobz and cereal boxes. I realize that collecting at this rate is not sustainable, so we're honing in on specific lines or characters. As far as my own collection goes, I try to stick to all things Superman. With the exception of Freddy Funko, I will also typically limit myself to 2 pops in any given series that I like. That's helped me stay clear of the temptation to feel like I need to collect an entire wave of pops at any given time. What he's saying here, this is good advice for I think all collectors, because you will get to a point where space is definitely an issue, and then, you know, money as well is an issue when you're trying to buy a full wave that just released. I mean, it adds up very quickly because some of these waves are as many as I'm trying to remember with the solo wave. I think it was something crazy like 19 figures that came out at the same time. You know, that's unusual for Funko to do that many. But even with the average wave, you know, it could be anywhere from 4 to 6 or 9 pops. You know, it does add up very quickly. So yeah, I think it's good advice to kind of hone in on what do you really want the most. What would you regret passing up? I think that is smart there. And then you see here to the right, of course, his Superman collection going on. And there are so many Superman pops. I shared that in one of my older videos. There are a lot of Superman pops out there. So if you're a big Superman fan, you have a lot to collect just with that one character. He continues on here with the email. Thank you for your strong contribution to the Funko community. This Funko feature series is a great way for Funko fanatics to get a different perspective of who else is collecting among your viewing audience and perhaps even engage with one another outside of the comment section. We wish you continued success and look forward to watching your next upload. And thank you so much there for the kind words, and what he said here, that really does hit on exactly why I started this series, you know, for people to kind of connect with each other and just to see what you know, what's going on with other collectors. You know, because I know not everybody's on Instagram, not everybody's in a Facebook group, so this is just another outlet for people to really see what is going on with other collectors and to get some feedback and advice and just some experiences from other collectors. So looking at, you know, the images here, of course, you see that there's a lot of anime going on there. I see that he has My Hero Academia, Voltron I see in the mix there, Kingdom Hearts. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and I kind of wonder what's going on with the sideways boxes there, if the pops are out of the boxes and displayed somewhere, or if it's just a space thing. I know some people have so many pops that they do have to start displaying the boxes in that way, you know, turning them to the side. Me, I like to always be able to see the figures, but I know when space is a concern, that can happen, you know, where you have to kind of, you know, get creative with the way that you display things. I definitely like the Mickey Mouse figures over here as well. He has a couple of those, you know, different colorway pops, including the 10-inch blue and green, which does look pretty amazing. I got to give it up to that particular pop figure. So yeah, again, very nice mix of items here. There's one Mickey Mouse item here. I actually can't even tell what that is. So yeah, Jeff, when you watch this, please let me know exactly what this particular item is that I'm pointing out right now. So yeah, I definitely want to give a big thank you to the Vasquez family, Jeff, Lily, Luis, Javier, Lucas, and Joseph. Again, thank you all so much for sharing your collection with us, you know, not just me, but with us, you know, as a collecting community. And you can check them out on Instagram at MathQuez, and then you see how it's spelled up here on the screen. You also see the information on how to submit your collection if you want to share your collection within this series. And like I always say, you know, be patient with me, because I have had several people already submit their collections that I have not shared yet, you know, and like I said, I'm kind of spacing out these videos now, so just bear with me. You know, if you send your pictures in, just bear with me and give me some time to share what you have sent. But again, one more time, I gotta give a big thank you to the Vasquez family. I truly appreciate you sharing with us. Our latest custom artist here is Derico13, and before I talk about Derico13, I do want to give just a general thank you to everybody on Instagram that's been helping me to discover custom artists that I wasn't previously familiar with. I have discovered some on my own, but it's also very helpful when people, you know, kind of point certain custom artists out to me. Now, custom artists that are very popular, of course, more than likely I'd be familiar with them, but you know, there are some custom artists that don't have as much of an audience, so it has been helpful, you know, that people have kind of tagged me and everything to help me learn about these artists. I really do appreciate that. But getting back to Derico13, I think the way, if I'm remembering correctly, I think the way I discovered his customs is actually through Queen Bee Customs, because they had 2 of his custom pops that they got recently. So yeah, I saw that they had them and that they shared them on their account, and I do think that's a beautiful thing when custom artists actually, you know, appreciate each other's work, and you know, it's not about competition or anything like that. I really do appreciate that, because really there is no reason to compete. You know, if somebody likes your work, they're gonna support it, you know, even if they don't make a purchase, which hopefully they would, you know, make a purchase, but they'll at least share your work and, you know, and spread the word on it. So yeah, to me, again, that's a beautiful thing that custom artists, you know, are out there appreciating each other's work and even picking up each other's work. You know, it's very cool. And with Derico13, what really grabbed my attention is just, I think he has a unique style with some of the things that he does with his customs. For example, this Mickey Mouse here, which I'm sure is a reference that is going over my head, but I like the way that he has like the broken pieces out of the ears there, giving him that very tattered look. You know, that's something I haven't really seen done before. So just details like that I think are very cool. And I do want to show you the customs that I actually saw on Queen Bee Customs page. And yeah, you see why these right away grab my attention. Just the expressions there. You really see the pain on their faces here of Pillsbury Doughboy and Twinkie the Kid, and they're basically damaged. You know, that's what's going on here. So Pillsbury Doughboy is burnt up. He has the burn marks on him, which look very legitimate. I mean, that's what's amazing there. They look very legit. Same with Twinkie the Kid. You know, the icing or frosting, whatever it is, you know, that's coming out of him. I don't even know what you would call it. I guess frosting, or basically. But yeah, the frosting coming out there, it really has that like creamy texture to it and everything. It looks very legit there. And again, the expressions, they just really look like they are in pain. So it's kind of twisted, kind of dark, but I like that though. I like you know, something that is unique in this way. That is very cool. And then I've seen, you know, some custom artists doing some glow-in-the-dark paint jobs. I like this though, because this is actually, you know, a custom that really shows off well under a black light, and that's what he was going for here. He's going for that very vintage throwback look. So yeah, this is basically a black light pop, and it does look very cool. And I just like this pop to begin with. You know, Frankenstein there holding the flower, that is very cool. So again, something that is unique, something that's refreshing. And then here he has this glow-in-the-dark White Walker, which looks amazing. I mean, he really went all out with the glow-in-the-dark paint there, and that looks very cool. I like the Iron Man as well, him doing the all chrome Iron Man there. That turned out really well. I actually think it looks better than the way that it's originally painted, because for me, I don't know how other people feel about the light up Iron Man, but once I saw it up close, I was like, okay, it's cool, it has the light up feature, but I don't know, it's just, there's something about the paint job that felt kind of flat for me. So I actually do like this all chrome look of it there. And then something I really like about Derico 13's work as well is his sense of humor really comes across. Obviously here with Yoda, and we could tell that's a head swap with one of the Gremlins pops that came out recently. But he went beyond that. It wasn't just a simple head swap. You know, he has the cigarette there in the mouth, and he actually like gave more of a textured look to the skin. So he put some work into that. And again, you know, his sense of humor comes across with that. I like these Stormtrooper helmets as well, especially that one that has that Venom look going on to it. And then the other one there, I want to say that's a reference to, maybe, I can't remember if Slash is his name or not, but I know it relates to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles villain there. So again, I really like those, and that, especially that Venom one, that really jumped out at me. And I like that Derico 13 does more than just customs of pop figures. He does some other things as well. Now the next one here, this one is, yeah, amazing. When I actually went to his Instagram account, this is the one that really jumped out at me, and not just because it's one of his more recent ones, but just it's an amazing paint job. And of course it is a glow-in-the-dark pop, but I love that it's just as cool either way, whether it has the glow going on or not. It looks very cool. So this Spirit Mufasa is just so awesome. I don't even know if Funko could do a better job, to be real. I mean, it just looks amazing. And he does have some more angles of it. If you check out his Instagram account, which I hope you will, you'll get some more angles on this, and of course you'll get to see a lot more of his customs. So please do make sure that you check out Derico 13 on Instagram. It's the same name, Derico 13. Also, he does have a YouTube account now. He does have a YouTube channel, so please make sure you check that out as well. And he actually does a DIY, like if you want to try to do this custom Ace Ventura pop here, then he actually shows you how to make that on his channel, and I will link that video down below. Please make sure you take the time to check it out. It's not a super long video, you know, you can check it out real quick, show him some support with that. I think it's very cool that he's actually sharing how he pulled that off, and I love it because it references one of my favorite comedic scenes of all time. I absolutely love Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, and he did an amazing job with that. As soon as I saw that custom, I just bust out laughing because it brought back the memories of that scene, and he did an amazing job with it. And like I said, in this video he shows you how you can make that yourself, which is very cool of him to actually share how he did that. You also see here this zombie Care Bear, which again, I really like that. Again, it shows his personality that comes across with it, and I just like that. I really do like that he's doing that. He has an Etsy shop as well, and I'll try to remember to link that down below as well. In case I forget though, you do see the address here on the screen. So yeah, Derico 13, very unique custom artist. I'm really digging his work there. And again, you all please make sure that you show him some support. Finally here, we have our featured YouTuber, and I almost feel like I don't need to say much about him just because I watch his videos so regularly that I feel like other people should really know about him. But I'm sure that some of you are not familiar with Droobz Vids, and I want you to get familiar with his channel because I think he runs a very great channel. He's very consistent with his uploads. He really puts thought into how he puts his videos together, and you know, he really tries to reach out to the community. He connects with other people, and I don't want to say too much more about him because of course I always like the YouTuber to speak for himself or herself. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let Droobz Vids introduce himself to those of you that may not be familiar with him.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to... Wait, this isn't my channel. Just kidding there, but welcome to the featured YouTuber part of this video, and I never really thought I'd be someone that gets featured in anything, but FM, I really do appreciate you having me as part of this series. This is fantastic. I actually got introduced to a bunch of awesome channels and some really cool custom artists, so I do appreciate that. So at this point in the video is where I'm going to tell you a little bit about my channel, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know how precious time could be. So I've been on YouTube for over a year now, doing Funko related videos, and I do everything from Funko Pop hunts to reviews to Funko Pop mystery boxes from a bunch of different companies, and I also do mystery minis and live streams. I have some special guests from time to time, and those are really fun, but I do have a heavy focus on anime on my channel. Just a heads up, you may or may not see, the brand new hot stuff on my channel, but that's because that's not my way of collecting. My way of collecting is, at the end of the day, if I look back here at my shelf or any of my pops, I'm still happy with it no matter what the value is, if it's worth $0 or worth $1,000. So that's about it out of me, and before I pass it back to FM, I do want to say I appreciate all you guys that made it this far in the video. You guys are fantastic. So if you do have a little bit of time in your day to come check out my channel, please do. You never know, it could be the best decision you made, the worst decision you made, or maybe just middle of the road. Back to you, FM, and I appreciate you having me.
So like I said, if you are not familiar with Droobz Vids, please get familiar with him. Do make sure that you check out his channel and show him some support. I will link his channel down below. Again, make sure you check it out, and if you really like what you see, make sure that you do subscribe. And it helps out all YouTubers also when you make sure that you're dropping likes on the videos and hitting that notification bell as well. So that is going to do it for this episode of FM's Funko Features. Again, I really want to thank the Vasquez family, Derico13, and Droobz Vids, all of you for being involved in this particular episode. I really am not sure when I'm going to do the next one. Like I've been saying, I am going to start to space these out a little bit more, but I already am thinking about it though. I definitely am thinking about it. I already have some pictures from other collectors that I'm going through, and I am reaching out to other custom artists. Some have responded back, some I haven't really heard from yet. I'm working that out, and of course I'm going to reach out to more YouTubers as well, especially people that I tend to watch, I mean really people that I'm a fan of, that I check out on a regular basis. I'm going to keep reaching out to people, and I just want to keep this going as long as there is support. I mean, that's what this series is all about. I will keep this series going as long as there is support for it, as long as I am able to keep that up. And like I said, it is supported by the community, because this really is about the community. But thank you all so much for taking the time to check out this video. As always, I truly do appreciate it. Please drop a like on the video, and please comment, give some feedback as well. And again, show Derico13 and Droobz Vids some support. I would really appreciate that. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. My next video should be a Funko news video. Make sure you check that out as well. And I'll talk to you all again real soon.